So we found ourselves once again in the township of Gorso, where Pastor Timothy and Master Hector have some unfinished business, shall we say. You have, of course, got the services of the Unicorn, who offers to teleport you and 3 others, I think, is the way to go. You have a way into the keep. So, 5 wins. What would you like to do? If anything.
What is your intention, young Master Gorso, towards your elder?
Our term is patricide.
And after you have repaid him in kind, what then for the township of Gorso?
It could use a strong leader like myself or the pastor, but I think that I would probably come back to it after all of this is done. There's no point cleaning it up just to be destroyed by the Queen again.
And Pastor Timothy, the talk, does it give you any indication? I assume that it does not tell you whether it's perhaps hidden in the keep or just in these somewhere nearby.
Wait, let me pull it out and have a good look.
It tells you whether there's a torque within 20 miles of you. It's not a homing beacon, it's just a proximity beacon. So you know, if you 20 miles around you could be any one of those things. Mind you, it did ping when you were approaching Gorso, so it's not a radical assumption to assume that it's in Gorso, but it could be anywhere in Gorso. The torque will not help you with that.
Yep, I hold it up and I'm gonna scan it around like it's some sort of like homing beacon, and it doesn't seem to work like that. And I think, oh, maybe it's just you gotta look away from it, and then look at it real quick. And look at it real quick. No. It's here somewhere. I suppose we could triangulate it if we were to walk in one direction until it stopped pinging, and then another direction until it did start pinging again. We would be able to find it in that way, but it might take some time.
You'd have to walk at least 20 miles until you get to the edge, I should imagine. And then go to another 20 miles, perhaps on the opposite side, so you'd know that it was in between there. I don't think I have the trigonometric ability to do that in my head without a set of tables.
Well, we'd have to put a trig station somewhere to do this as well, wouldn't we?
Let me take your across.
We could use the castle
to the main map of Gorso. Maybe will give you some perspective. So what Hector knows for sure is this building here like inside the keep, there's 3 separate buildings. That's where Lord Gorso normally resides. And it's also where the unicorn, whose name escapes me, could get you as well. And I'll remind you that the unicorn can teleport itself and up to 3 willing creatures. Not 4. Well, 5, I guess, if you count Balson, but 3. And of course, this is the main gate to get in, which is no doubt guarded.
And this pathway, I assume it's a little hard to tell, but this keep is mounted upon a motte, upon a hill. And
I
it
was going
seems
to
like the
say,
stair.
if a mott means hill, then yes. And
Right,
there's,
and there's a stairway leading up to the main entrance, and otherwise it somewhat towers over us. Okay.
yep, and there's
So
three,
if
three guard
3
towers.
of you, 3.
Sorry, just finished. The 3 guard towers here. And these steps, it's almost like an apartment block or a fire escape. It winds around the outside. So you're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on these set of stairs to get to the upper floor, if that's where you're headed. As you were.
So it would seem that if the unicorn can get you in, or get 3 of us in, then we should make some effort to open the gate to bring the reinforcements.
Well, I think I mentioned before, but I have recently learned how to do a bit of the old flying around. So, I mean, I could just fly up there.
Would that not be conspicuous to the guard towers?
Oh, I'm sure it would be.
Well, what if I were to strike the guard towers with lightning and then you fly in?
They'd be pretty busy dealing with that lightning, wouldn't they? But, young Hector, are we doing a bit of a sneak mission here, or are we just getting in there and is it more of a smash and grab?
Smash and grab would imply that there'd be something valuable there. There's nothing.
The talk, at least, if the master of the town has come into possession of that certainly would aid us in our quest. But you're absolutely sure that this must be resolved by confrontation. There can be no reconciliation between you.
I'm just gonna look at my arm, then I'm gonna look back and talk. What do you think?
Now, young Hector, you've changed a lot since I first met you. You were bitter and full of anger, rage, an arrogant young pup. Now look at you, you're a hero, saving the world and all. What say your father hasn't changed as much as you have?
I think the fact that he's letting the Queen rule would be a pretty good indication of what kind of man he is.
Right.
Well,
If you insist, we
Hector.
don't have to kill him. But he will probably be the one with the talk.
You glance up
So
at
he
the
had
tower.
banished you from...
You glance up at the tower, Hector, and remember you're thrown out a window. You would notice that it happened to be in this building here. You notice they haven't even bothered repairing the window. There's just a few token planks of wood. But it serves as a stark reminder of how your relationship ended so abruptly. A boarded up window. They haven't had the time, the energy, the effort to even mend it. Just thrown a few planks of wood on it.
But if it did come down to it, I would quite like to kill him If you look up at that window over there, you can see where we departed on different terms.
You have my power. The abyss will be with you, Hector. Tap shoulder, give you guidance, just to know that I'm with you.
Sure, some guidance on
If you all truly believe it would be better to stealth and leave him alive, then I suppose that we could do that. Not unreasonable.
I would only ask that you give him a chance to answer, to atone for his crimes.
And how would he atone?
Well, the first step to atonement would be perhaps an admission of what is so. I should hate to think you stealthing in and sending him to his maker without a chance for him to repent his sins.
Oh. I'm sure he'll be touched by the light of the Redeemer, even in death.
Yeah. I'd like to message Hector and say, now, Hector, you know, we both know how this is going to go down. But I think for the propriety of our more noble members of the party who seem to want a different resolution to this conflict, maybe if we just go along with them, but just between me and you, we both know that Lord Gorso's well past it.
Couldn't agree more.
Right. So that I'll say out loud. So that's settled then. We're going to give him all the chances possible to come good.
We'll let the Redeemer decide for us.
May the light of the Redeemer shine on us all.
Leonard, the unicorn, talks in all of your heads, like, well, no, telepathically, I think is how the unicorn communicates in a language you can all understand. So I heard the conversation you had about showing this man mercy. I lived in a place for a time called Swigglegard, ruled by the great King Dasmag, and things were good, things were happy, people were nice, people were kind, and if somebody transgressed, we took the time to listen to them, to understand. Very rarely did we lock people up. I have been brought to this plane. I have been tortured. I have suffered the most indignant, the most vicious thing someone can do to a unicorn, which is removal of my horn. I remember the kindness King Dasmag showed. I have no such kindness left in me. That man is a vicious, malevolent, evil son of a bitch. And he needs to die. Now, you saved me, and I appreciate it. I will go along with what you want and aid you in any way I can. But if my opinion is worth anything, know that a unicorn, someone of grace and power and forgiveness, wants this man dead. He's a maniacal, psychopathic bully. And I'll remind you once again that if you wish to enter unseen, then I can teleport you there. But I will point out that even if I were at my best, but I'm not, I'm a goddamn unicorn flopping around a place designed not for one such as myself. I can get you in sneakily, but I cannot sneak around once or in there. Yes.
I don't think you pass as a unicorn anymore to the unobservant.
It is cruel but accurate at the same time. Regardless, I am still a large animal with 4 clopping hooves wandering around the inside of a tower.
I agree with the unicorn. Justice must be served. Mighty Preonad, if I could enhance your stealth abilities, do you think that would help your hooves?
And it wouldn't hurt, but even moving through doors, I'm going to cause a racket. Doors are not designed for one such as me. But of course,
Stay still. And I'll reach out if he'll. I'm seeing if allow a gentle touch on his head or his snout,
sure, and it is a he. Sure.
and enhance shadow, aka enhance ability. So his shadow just kind of gets more power to it, and I'm gonna give him Cat's Grace,
Of
so he
course.
has advantage on dexterity checks, and he doesn't take damage if he falls. If somebody throws him out of a window or something while we're there, it's for an hour.
Well, where were you at the beginning of this quest?
Note to the party, tabletop, I do not have pass without a trace, so I do not have that.
Okay. And guidance immediately falls on Hector.
Yep.
But this is perhaps more important.
And then, tabletop, if the party wouldn't mind, if I could be one of the 3 teleported, as soon as we teleport, I'll immediately activate my my shadow aura, aka my star aura, to get make my concentration checks be, if I low roller than a 9, they're automatically a 10.
Yeah.
That only lasts for 10 minutes, so I want to save it till where it's go time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who do you want to accompany? Is it you, and we shall make our way perhaps near the entrance? Up the hill?
Well,
Tourist as I am
it's
in these parts?
Erendor,
What if
Torque, and Hector can go with the unicorn, and Pastor Tim can do a bit of sneaky flying.
we revamp it and it's just the unicorn, Torque, and Arendor, and it's Hector and Pastor Timothy to approach the gate, since they're both technically traders, and they might be able to just get in the gate and be led to a Gorso, and then the unicorn and Torque and Arendor can teleport immediately there.
I wonder if perhaps they might be shot on sight, given the nature of the way they parted terms. We've already heard that a reward's been offered for them, and I don't know whether it's dead or alive.
I don't know, Hector, you'd probably know better, but the Gorsos always seem to be the type to want to play with their food.
I think Hector and Torque are about to have some food.
Yeah, we are.
Very important.
Okay, that is what that was. I was a bit confused.
I was a little confused until he said it a second time. I'm like, maybe it's food time.
Had to ask. Missing something.
It wouldn't be the most terrible idea, but I thought we wanted to do this stealthily. And I've got a feeling that would go downhill quickly.
Well, I've placed your tokens on here in case you want to visualize how you move around. I'll get one for Preonad as well.
I do like the idea of calling in the strike team. Now, how would we signal where we were for Preonad to get there?
Do we have any type of... Pastor Timothy, Timothy. Oh, let me do it again. Pastor Timothy, do you happen to know that spell that creates light out of nothing?
I can create some little lights. Yes, that is the way. Yes, I can do that.
Would that not be a signal? Preonad, could you sense or see Pastor Timothy's light and teleport there?
The light, of course.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to get back in the way that Hector got out, perhaps beyond there, or is it likely that that tower would be garrisoned with troops?
I
The
mean,
one that he was thrown out of.
if you really wanted to talk, I'd be glad to give you a throw and see if you'd land up there.
Well, I thought Pastor Timothy was going to fly up and we were going to transport.
Well, your idea of Timothy and Hector being taken up there, although it wouldn't even have to be both Hector and Timothy. It could just be Hector or just Timothy.
And sorry, just to clarify something, this was the window that Hector was thrown out. This is the building that Lord Gorso usually resides in. And I will emphasize the word usually.
Right. How about this? If we Pastor Tim goes in, turns himself in, hopefully gets taken to Gorso. Wherever he's taken, he's got the dancing lights. He can put them up 120 feet straight up. And that is the signal for where to get Preonad to teleport to bring in the troops.
Preonad emphasizes that I can only
It does just
teleport
mean
you to this building here. I am not familiar with the other buildings.
Oh,
That's
Right.
where I was taken and my horn was removed.
well, there's no guarantee that they take me there. Is there?
What if we go back to the semi-plan I suggested? We do Torque and Elf with Preonad to teleport into the building, and then Hector and Pastor Timothy go to the gate. When they're surprised at the gate with their what behold they see, and we can start an attack from the inside. And then they might lure
Okay,
their eyes
Google.
from the gate, and Pastor Timothy and Hector
What's the
can
time?
fly up and attack from the sky.
You just joined to tackle me.
It's been at the moment. What should we be doing?
Sorry, Torque, I heard robot.
Yeah, me too.
Oh dear. And what should young Master Baleson do during this time?
Call me young.
Oh, did that not work?
No, Master Bowson. Good question. What does Bowson do?
I think it'd be nice if we sent Baleson back to the pub to make amends for the bloody
Murder.
mess we made there.
Interesting. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cast that.
Once we've gained control of the gate, would we be able to hold off from any reinforcements that might come?
This is the most heavily fortified building by far. All the guards would be in here or manning the main gate. The vast majority of guards, you would know, around 10 or so, talk quite a bit. Usually stationed in the towers, some manning the main gate.
Oh, well, this goes well. They'll all be working for you, Hector, by the end of it.
I think their loyalty doesn't run through blood. I think it's rather the Gorso treasures that keep them here. So, what shall it be?
I might intervene, says Priyanad. It seems that decision rests with you, Hector Gorso. I'm sure whatever plan you agree to, we will do our utmost to help you carry it out. Many decisions, many suggestions have been made. Perhaps the final decision should rest with you.
If we were to send Pastor Timothy to meet them at the gate, there would have to be some sort of reaction. This may not be necessarily opening the gate, but it should draw some attention. Whether it would bring guards out, opening the doors, I'm not quite sure. Procedures change a lot here. And I'd say there'd be no better time for talk and you to attack from the inside. If we could gain control of the gate, we wouldn't need to beat all of them. We just need to beat the ones inside.
Right. And you would be with them as well? I mean...
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know, you guys can see this, but I hope you remember that I am still disguised as a very beautiful woman.
Oh, that might change it. What if we just let Pastor Timothy approach like Pastor Tim is here to meet Lord Gorso?
Then they would most certainly have to open the gate.
And then as soon as the gate shuts, like if Lord Gorso comes out to meet Pastor Timothy, he could do the flare in the sky, and then us instantly teleport and...
One
We
thing
can only
you-
teleport to one building, though.
One thing you do remember
Well,
is...
building or the courtyard, right? Because the unicorn should courtyard to the building.
Yep, courtyard and that other building. And if you remember, there was that creepy catfolk type person at the start who suggested it's a shame that no females have arrived because Lord Gorso is trying to repopulate the planet, it seems. Yeah, Wildtail, that's right. And he's prepared to pay gold to females to spend the night with him and free room and board for 9 months. So that is something he's almost fanatical about, is spreading his genes far and wide. And if you remember, when you entered the town, there was a lot of people who had inbreedy characteristics. Eyes too close, eyes too far apart, buck teeth, ears that don't line up, squinty eyes, all that type of stuff. So he likes to repopulate, likes to spread his genes.
No offense to my father, Gorso, but he's an insect, a cockroach. Killing or letting him talk it out will not be easy or very quiet. I would be in favor of dealing with some of the guards before we can confront it. But
If that happens, just let me call upon the shadows. We have friends to come to our aid.
Pastor, what would you be most comfortable with? Do you think pull it off?
I could definitely pull it off. I am a very beautiful woman, but I think maybe it's just we get in and we play the hand we're dealt. Whether it's cutting the head off the snake or dealing with the guards first, we do what we can.
It's not getting any younger. We may as well go. Shall we go with the disguise plan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pastor Timothy, you're going to approach the gate and seek an audience with Master Gorso, under the ruse of accepting, I think it's 500 gold pieces, which is a lot, but that's what he wants to spend. Oh, no, actually. No, 50 gold pieces, sorry. 50 gold pieces. 500 is ridiculously high, but 50 gold pieces is generous to a young lady down on her luck, perhaps. So just to clarify, so Pastor Timothy, you plan to go and try and get an audience with Master Gorso, and once you've got there, you're going to send out some dancing lights, and Priyanad will use that as a cue to teleport. Priyanad will point out if he's in this building, or this building, then things get more complicated quickly. Okay. So we'll have the unicorn and Hector, Erendor, and Torque back at the stables. Erendor, you're concentrating on Cat's Grace on Priyanad. So we'll put that on there. And
Then just before we teleport, I'll do my shadow form.
This reminds me, what's your shadow form do?
Shadow form of the dragon, which is just starry form of the dragon, is this for 10 minutes. Uses a wild shape.
So it's like a reliable talent for concentration.
And wisdom or intelligence checks. So it also helps with any of that.
Okay, not checks though. I'll point out not saves, but checks, like insight, things like that. Okay. So, as the rain continues to pour down, as Priyanad is looking nervous, but wanting revenge, and she's made her position clear that Lord Zayamandos Gorso was such an evil man that it twisted his purest heart as a unicorn bent on nothing but revenge. Pastor Timothy, make a deception check, and I'll use that as you do it at advantage since you're already disguised as a woman, and we'll use that as a basis. Keep in mind, there's no backing out.
And do I have the opportunity to guide myself secretly?
Do you have what to do secretly?
Do I have the opportunity to guide myself secretly?
Oh yeah, guidance has a 1 minute countdown, 1 minute duration, so plenty of time. So absolutely, you can cast guidance on yourself. Let's make
Nice. Okay. Deception.
at advantage with a D4.
Whoa, not that one. Let's go this one. Let's go that one.
Roll the D4 just because.
Yeah.
Natural
Get a four.
20.
Get a four. Get a four.
Well, if you look in the Dungeon Master's Guide and you look up difficulty classes, it lists 30 as nigh on impossible tasks. Pastor Timothy, you don't quite hit 30, but you do hit very well. And in fact, I'm going to switch you over to this one, actually. How's it? A visible map? Can I see anything? You must do.
Yep.
I do, yes. No unicorn, though, if that matters.
Okay, no guards out. That's gonna be just a second. Get the. Oops. Get the unicorn. So Balson, I'll just remove. Don't think he's going to be a part of this. Pastor Timothy will approach the gate, and the other three of you will be there. And let me place some guards. You know, just in case things go wrong, I like to be prepared. So you see there's 3 up in the tower, and there's two here by the front gate. And you notice that the towers are by design very defensible positions. They have little arrow slits, and so they could, you know, shoot, duck, and repeat, having total cover between shots. Classic defensive tower positions. And in case it's not obvious once again, Lord Gorso, Prienard can teleport into any of the courtyard areas or into this building on whichever floor you'd choose, which is dependent on that. Of course, he might be in. Oh, there's two buildings over there. So one of these 3 buildings he could be in. Which one? Mm-hmm. Pastor Timothy. As you approach the gate, tap yourself for guidance and lean into your character. And the Grok go, "Oh, I love flirty nymphs over that way. I suggest you go back there and get back to work, love."
Please, sir. I've heard tell that Lord Gorso is a kindly man who wishes to take care of young women. I'm not from this town, and I'm struggling to make my way. I was hoping to maybe speak to him.
Oh, my apologies, love. I could have sworn we spent the night together, but now that I look at you closer, I don't think we did. Lord Gorso, you understand the nature of this offering, right? Night with the Lord. I mean, we're not even be that long if the old bugger gets it up. But, yeah, 50 gold pieces. Assuming the child takes 9 months food and lodging. He wants his heirs to be born healthy. But
I'm aware. I hope you don't think it too bad of me.
Look, love, we all got to do what we got to do. I understand, right? And the gate clicks open, and they lead you in. All right, just follow me, love. Now, this is where the dice gods are going to play a role. as Hector knows, usually in here, could be in here, could be in here. If he's in one of the northern rooms, well, that's a bit of a problem. So I'm going to say, we're going to roll a d6. I'm going to have Hector roll it. 1, 2, 3, or 4, he's in this one. 5, he's in this one. 6, he's in this one. So Hector, roll a d6 and don't roll a 5 or a 6. Dun, 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 dun. Did you get that, Hector?
Yep.
Okay, let's see the dice roll.
5.
5!
It was a 5.
So that would be this one. Alright. One of the guards goes back and he says, alright, over this way. And he leads you to the tower. You know, Lord Gorso is not where he's supposed to be. Master Timothy, what do you do? You know you're going to the wrong building where Priyanard cannot get you to.
I think I'm going to have to roll with it for a little bit. I think I might be able to get him back to the other building.
Alright. You guys have no idea which building he's gone to. There's a big wall here, for goodness sake. So unless you had 9 months of roleplay, you're going to go with it. You're going to commit to the part. So, as far as you know, we'll say you know that he's been accepted in to meet with Lord Gorso. Not knowing that he's gone to the wrong room, would you guys just playing the waiting game? Waiting for the signal? Anything else you guys want to do before we can focus fully on Mistress Timothy?
I think so, right, guys? Just waiting for the signal, or...
Yeah. To wait for the signal.
Okay, cool. Okay, so... Oops. Okay. Okay. So I'll switch you over to the first floor without the roof on. And we'll just assume the rest of you are in approximate position. And the guard says, knocks on the door here and says, Master Gorso, the great and mighty Lord Ziamandas Gorso, we have a young lady here who wishes to liaison with you. And Lord Gorso opens the door. Let's see my new shortcut that I learned work. There we go. There is Lord Gorso. Now, something to notice immediately about him is he's filthy. He's just wearing a simple robe. Make a perception check past it, Timothy.
Yep. Is it sight-based or smell or sound?
Sight.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
That is everything as you can get.
Come in, Amila. You can leave us if you'd like, guard. Sir, of course. The guard promptly leaves. What is your name, my dear?
My name is Timothina.
Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I like what you were, Lord, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
You understand that I might have to ask you a few questions just to make sure we're on the up and up. So what are you
Oh, of course.
really for here, Pastor Timothy? I need to kind of insight you. Oh, he rolls a 3! Let's make a deception greater than a 3. It was almost natural 20, but it wasn't. So deception? DC 3.
Yep.
No problem. Let me give you a little tour of the facilities. You see, tell me, Timothy, I know people are down on their luck. Has this weather affected you at all? Has it been a boon or a bane, shall we say?
Oh, it's done terrible things to the crops around our way. It's people are finding it very hard to make a living.
You know, chaos is the thing that we need to embrace first and foremost. And as he says this, these vines, they start wrapping around you and binding you in place. You see, chaos is everywhere if you can't even pass the plant lives. Come over here, let me show you something else. And the plants release and he leads you into this very smoky room.
Oh dear.
Hookah.
Yeah, kind of like a hookah lounge, yeah. Now you see, you have a look around you. Do you see anything burning? Anything on fire?
No, it's very magical. I've never seen anything in my whole life.
Yes, the air has a life of its own. When you smell it, it smells like almonds. And of course, we have fire. Come here, Timothina. Now, I want you to have a look into the fire and tell me what you see.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, Pastor Timothy.
Oh dear.
That is not good enough, my friend. Roll me a D100.
Oh.
And I'll explain what you see in just a second. 79. This is interesting. So, Pastor Timothy, that's what happens to you, which is an interesting thing to roll. I think you would agree.
Yeah.
You see, it's a gate. It's a vision of a different dimension. There are strange creatures in this dimension, seemingly defying the laws of physics. And they're so strange and so bizarre and so indescribable. If I try to describe them, I'll fail, but they are just completely and utterly bizarre. And it does what I whispered you.
Yeah, so I look in the fire and I see these visions of ineffable, nebulous things and then kind of snap out of it a little bit and look around and see Lord Gorso. Like, who are you? What am I doing here?
Look.
I wouldn't be speaking in the fake voice, would I? Who are you? What am I doing here? What's going on?
You tell me. It wasn't roofie, but it has gone bad. Well, what is your name? Your voice has gotten deeper. And he's going to do a perception check to try and look through your disguise. And he rolls an 8, so he tries to look through it, but you still look like Timothina. Who are you? What's your name?
Timothy.
Timothy. What are you doing here, Timothy?
What's going on here? What's going on? And I guess at some point I'll look at myself and see that I look like a woman. I'm like, this is strange. This is very strange. What am I doing here?
Make me another wisdom saving throw.
Slightly better.
Timothy, I don't want to give the game away, so can you go to voice channel 2, please?
Mm-hmm.
The dreaded voice channel number 2. He cast polymorph on you. You failed. You were turned into a mouse, and he's going to walk back to his original room, the tower that you're supposed to put you. Have you tied up? Have you gagged? Have you bound? So unless you have a particularly clever way of casting spells without verbal components or anything, then you're going to be trapped in a cage in the tower.
Excellent. Well, we're going to where we need to go anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. And I might be able to do something with subtle spell.
Okay, using your sorcery points and doing subtle spells, that type of thing?
Yeah. I have to go through my spells and find which ones don't have material components, though.
Well, what do you think about that? I'm going to switch back to the other players and say they're going to wait for 5 minutes, and surely the signal should have come by now, but it hasn't. Okay, well, you try and work out a way out of the situation. Sound good?
Yeah.
Those are really bad rolls, by the way. Looking into the madness, and I rolled on the madness table, and the amnesia one really was possibly the worst one. Actually, while we're here, roll me a d10. It's a flat d10.
While we're here, roll a d10.
You're going to have amnesia for 90 hours. So it's not going to go away anytime soon.
Hours. Wow.
90 hours.
Okay.
It's a d10 times 10 hours. It could have been an hour, but it's 9. Oh, it's d10. No, 90 hours. D10 times 90 hours. So 90 hours. So over 3 days. He looked into the abyss and things were bad. Okay, let's bounce back and see what the other guys come up with. Okay.
Yep.
It's back.
Okay, we are back. So flip back to this map. You wait 5 minutes. Nothing happens. You know, something should have happened by now, but it hasn't. What do you do? Something's gone wrong.
You think it possible we missed his signal?
Hector, you know him best. Do you think we should rush into the courtyard right now and cause a ruckus?
If he hasn't shown the signal yet, I do suggest we enter, but we should try and remain stealthy. If anything,
So-
we'll just be closer when the signal is released.
Well, Prionot still has my spell on him. Should we go to the area he knows instead of the courtyard and lie in wait?
I suppose so.
Suppose so is not an answer. This is your op. We don't know what to do.